Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this lesson we will learn how to set up Ant-based deployment. So we have different deployment methods in Salesforce. The most common is using change set, using Eclipse, and the other one is Ant migration tool. When we have a lesser number of components to deploy from one org to another, then in that case we use change set but in case if we have a huge number of components to be migrated from one org to another org, in that case we use Ant-based migration. So before we get started, you need to have Java installed on your machine. Basically Ant is dependent on Java. So before we get started, you just install Java on your machine. So your JDK version should always be latest and greatest. It should be greater than 1.5. So it would work if you have JDK 1.6 or 1.7, but latest one is 1.8. So you can have any one of them, but it should be greater than 1.6. So let me go ahead and download and distribution from this Apache website. I will go ahead and go here. It will open up this site. Here you can select the latest zip file. So I will download this file. When I click on this, system will download this zip file for me. As you can see, I have downloaded this zip file. I will copy this file in I will copy this file. Let me copy this and put it here in C folder. I will okay. So I will extract it here. So once this is extracted, the next thing I need to do is I need to set two variables. One is ant home, and then the second one is to add the bin folder in my path variable. So let me go ahead. Just give me 1 minute. I will go here. This is my PC, properties, advanced system setting, environment variable, and I will create a new variable which is ant home, and this should point to the parent of bin folder. It should look like this. Okay, and next thing is I need to add my bin folder into here I need to add bin folder complete path inside this path variable. Okay, this is done. I have set up my environment variable here. So now to verify whether I have successfully installed Ant on my system or not, I will open command prompt and simply run this command. There are chances that I may run into some error, but that I can definitely resolve. So you can see it says unable to locate tools.jar. To resolve this error, what you need to do is you need to get the tools.jar file from JDK folder and place it inside libtools.jar. So as I said earlier, I was expecting this error. So to resolve this error, what I need to do is I need to go to my program file where I have Java installed. Need to go to JDK and in JDK I will have one tools.jar file. I will copy this file and place it says JRE 1.8 lib. I will place this tool.jar into this lib folder of JRE. Continue. Okay. Now just close this command prompt and reopen this cmd, and what was the command? You can see Apache and version 1.10.1 compiled on. So we have successfully installed on our machine. So next thing is we need to install the Force.com migration tool uh, from Salesforce. So you can log into any developer org or any sandbox or any production org where we will find this Force.com migration tool. Okay. So I have logged into my Salesforce developer org. So you need to go to the quick find box and type tool. You will see tools under develop. You open that tool and you will see host.com. So what you need to do is you need to click on this host.com tools and toolkits, and then you can click on host.com migration tool. So it will start downloading one. So here you can download this zip file. As soon as I click on this download zip file, it will start downloading one. Okay, I need to wait for system to get this download done. So download is complete. Now I will go ahead and copy this file from here and put it inside, and I will extract this file. It is extracted. So in this file you will see one jar file and Salesforce. So this is the jar file which we will be using inside our Apache bin folder. So I will copy this jar file and need to put this in the lib folder of the Apache, and which we have downloaded from Apache website. This is done. So we are all set. The next thing that we need to do is we need to configure two files. One is build.properties and the other one is build.xml. Let's so let's get started with these two files that will be used for deployment. So before I go ahead and configure my build.xml and build.properties, I will change my local directory, my current directory from jchaudhary to where I have on and migration tool is stored. So let me go ahead. 1 minute. cd dot. So my current directory is C. So now what I need to do is I need to go to on. So I want to make my current directory as cd e and t. So now I'm in an folder, so I can run any kind of command. So the first thing is I need to configure my build.properties. So in the build.properties, I can define my username and password. My username would be from where I would this would be my source sock username. Here it goes password source org server URL. It can be login.salesforce.com or test.salesforce.com. Here I'll be using developer edition, my personal developer edition, so it would be login.salesforce.com. Okay, and the next thing would be build.xml.com. So build.xml would contains the command to retrieve or deploy my metadata. So first thing I'll be doing is I'll have one package.xml where I will mention all the metadata which I want to retrieve from the source org, and I will fire. So in this is sample build.xml I got along with the Force.com migration tool. So I'll be using the same build.xml, and in this build.xml I'll be using this command retrieve unpackaged. Correct. So let me go ahead and I will remove this session ID attribute because I am already providing my password here. So one thing that you need to keep in mind is your password should be your original password along with the security token, because you are logging into Salesforce from some third party tool. So mandatory for that is mandatory if you are logging outside Salesforce. So your password would be your original password um, along with the security token. So if you look at this command target retrieve unpackaged, I have provided username password. This will be referred from this build.xml, build.properties, and server name would be the same, and retrieve target. So whatever the metadata would be retrieved would be saved. So when I run this command, it will also create one directory called retrieve unpackaged. So the data would be stored in this folder, and my package.xml is stored here. If you can see, if I go to on sample, and this is so the sample file is the file I got along with the Force.com migration tool. So here over here unpackage though, and this is my package.xml, right? So I'll be retrieving all the apex classes in apex trigger. So now let me go ahead and run this command. So my command would be something like and so I need to copy both the files from here and need to put here. So if I open my build.xml, one minute. So I was trying to run this command to retrieve data from my looks there is some issue. Let me go ahead. So there was this path was not set up correctly. I just did some changes, but sample it should be. So if you go back to run, it should be sample unmanaged and then package.xml. So the earlier it was unmanaged, unpackaged, and package.xml. So now let me go ahead and run this command once again. So it is doing some operation in the backend. So it was completed successfully. Now let me go ahead and check what it retrieved. Retrieve unpackaged. So it has some classes and also it has one trigger. Fine. So this is how we can retrieve my metadata from source. So now I will go ahead and deploy this metadata from locally to some target org. So now what I want to do is I have my code from source to org and I want to deploy that code from source to org, source to target. So I modified my build.properties a little bit. So earlier it was sf.username, so now I changed from sf to source. So to identify whether this username is from source org or target org, so I have put as prefix as source and target. So this username would be source org username and this would be target. In the build.xml as well, I will mention that instead of sf it would be source, either source or target. So the next thing is I have a data from source org and that I want to deploy into target org. So I would run this command test. What it will do is I have provided username, password, server URL, max, deploy root. So I want to deploy this package. Let me open. I want to deploy this object into my target org, right? So here I need to provide build.xml my package before sample. Let me go and run this command and test. I run this and test because my command target name is and the name is test. So if I go back to my target of and if I look for object, custom object, my job is deploy. This is how we can retrieve or deploy using and so in the next video I will try to cover how we can delete some metadata from the target of using ARM-based deployment. Thank you for watching my video. I will be creating more such videos in the future. Thank you very much.